Dear students, today I will explain you the story Educating Mother written by Suganti Krishnamachari. Stories play a very important role in one's life. Every child has grown up by listening to stories from their grandparents and parents. And I'm sure all of you also had listened or read stories like fairy tales, animal tales, panchtantra, bedtime stories, and many more. And you know, children, these stories or fairy tales are important because it shows children how life is. It helps to dream about life through fantasy. It teaches about society, class, emotions, relationships, values, good and evil. It also shows kids how to handle the problem. They help us because we connect the stories to our lives, dreams, and consider what would we do in their shoes. Today, the story which I am going to tell teaches us that how important are the childhood stories, and through it, children learn to keep a balance between imagination and reality. It should not be mixed up. Educating Mother is a story that unfolds when the mother begins to narrate a story to her children. 12-year-old daughter Ambu, 4-year-old son Ramu, 3-year-old nephew Venku, and 6-year-old niece Janki to make them busy. She started with the classic story of Goldilocks. But as soon as she started the story, her 12-year-old daughter Ambu interrupted, telling how the parents come on with such names Goldilocks. Why she went for walk? Did she have a weight problem? Ambu continued that I think Goldilocks is a murder mystery. Then she told her mother that you have edited all the interesting bits simply because you don't approve of murder stories. Ambu said, I think Goldilocks was an heiress, and the house in the forest belonged to the person who stood to inherit the property if she died. So, seeing her going into the forest, he must have plotted a scene and put a bowl of poisoned porridge in the cottage. She must have drunk the porridge and died. The bears are only your invention. Now, when mother saw that the children are having a lot of queries, so she thought of ending the story abruptly and begins with the another story, The Red Riding Hood. One day, Red Riding Hood took a basket full of cakes and went off to visit her grandmother, who lived all alone in the forest. On the way, she met a wolf and told it where she was going. The wolf took a shortcut to her grandmother's house and frightened off the old lady. The wolf then dressed in grandma's clothes and was waiting for Red Riding Hood to come. When Red Riding Hood arrived, she looked at the wolf and said, Grandma, why your ears are so big? Now the children had great issue in digesting the fact. The youngest one asked, how can a girl mistaken a wolf for grandma? And how humans encroach to live on forest land all alone? Mother failed to answer the queries again and said, leave it, I will tell you another story of Cinderella. Before she started the story, Ambu again interrupted and smiled in an annoying way and said she was such an idiot girl who waited all her life for a Prince Charming to save her. Instead, she could have escaped her grandmother by getting herself good education and job. The children were not satisfied with the story and pointed out to mother that why are the silly persons in your story are all girls, and who wrote such type of story with gender bias. Mother was again left with no words. For her, it was difficult enough to keep these children busy by telling them stories. Then she thought to herself that it will not help. I have to think of a story where the character must be male and preferably silly. So she came up with just another story, thinking herself to be smarter than the children. The story about Jack and the beanstalk. Before she tried to narrate the story, Ramu interrupted, saying that I know it. It is about the boy who planted a seed and very tall plants grow from it overnight. Janki was ready with the question that did Jack uses a genetically modified seeds? Mother was again silent. She thought for a while and asked, what about the story of Patal Bhairavi, in which a man wears magic slippers and it takes him wherever he wants to go? Again Venku came with a scientific query that how were those slippers propelled and what kind of fuel did he use? Mother seems to be helpless. Finally, she gave up the idea of telling stories to these children. The children were smarter than the simple tales that were narrated. So children, in the lesson, mother failed because the children rejected all the story, because they were listening the stories with critical thinking, and they lack imagination. They were not able to build emotional bonding. Albert Einstein once said that if you want your child to be intelligent, read some fairy tales because it helps to develop child's imagination. It develops and takes on new shape and it affects child's emotion. A famous writer says that fairy tales do not tell children that the dragon exists, but it tells children that dragons can be killed. It also gives moral or common sense message. For example, the idea of Red Riding Hood is that you should not talk to strangers. Every story has its moral for you to learn. Every story's ending shows that if you are good, good things happen to us. So children, spend your time in reading books and stories.